Well, Jim and I are taking a break and having a little lunch. What did you down that thing already?
Yeah.
Would you have a ham and cheese sandwich?
Yeah.
On a roll, that good-looking one from Starbucks. We went back and redeemed ourselves for the trouble we caused down there. He bought a ham and cheese sandwich, which he finished already, and I got myself a something or other.
On whole wheat bread.
On whole wheat bread, no less. Hard stuff to find. Hard, almost impossible to find in Japan.
Right.
Whole wheat bread, sourdough bread. Basically, all you have is white bread.
Right.
And four, 6, or 8 slices.
Right. And people should understand, this is another thing, especially with the diet thing, because I know people are going to criticize me for eating the ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
One thing you guys need to know about a ham and cheese sandwich in Japan, it's not like a ham and cheese sandwich in America with 4 pounds of ham and 18 pounds of cheese.
That's why I didn't get it. It was like just the slivers.
Right. There's like 3 slices of ham in there and 1 slice of cheese cut into 3 pieces to lay across the top of it. That's all it is. So.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Right.
So I was just thinking, I fired up the camera, I was just thinking about how this reminded me of something. We're sitting here having our lunch, and one of the trains went by just a moment ago, and it was just such an awesome sight. It was going slowly, watching the big, the electrical conduits go by and stuff, and it reminded me of an experience when I was a youth. The very first space shuttle. I don't remember, was that the Columbia? Or was it Challenger? Columbia?
Yeah.
One of those two. I lived in California near Edwards Air Force Base where the space shuttle landed. And after it had launched, my buddies and I, it was kind of an impromptu, spontaneous thing. We knew that the space shuttle was coming down. The very first one was coming down to land. So we got ourselves a couple of 6-packs of beer and hopped in my Camaro, my white Rally Sport Camaro. And there's some bad things, bad youthful behavior here, but we went down. It'll come later.
Threw eggs at the Challenger?
No, we went down and we got ourselves primed. We found it was out in the middle of nowhere on the Edwards dry lake, and we found we had a place where everyone could park. But it was pretty informal. You just pulled up and you parked, and there was the playa, the dry lake out there, and the space shuttle would come land there. And we sat on the hood of my Camaro there, and we started drinking beers. And I was the driver, and I did drive drunk. Really feel bad about that. But we got plastered. Waiting for this space shuttle to show up. And finally, they got on the announcement and said, here it comes, it's going to be coming over here, listen for the sonic booms, and they heard the double boom, 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 as the space shuttle went up, and we could see the space shuttle coming down, and had 2 escort fighter jets on either side, came drifting. It's gliding, it's not under powered flight then. It glided around in a big arc, and remember, this is the very first one. So this is all brand new stuff for these guys.
The early 80s.
Yeah. And it came around, and it came down to those 2 fighter jets, backed off a little bit, and it just came down and made that perfect landing, and just cruised right by with that nose. That nose stayed up forever as it came along, and then finally the parachutes deployed, came down, and it kind of, when it was down, it kind of had like an arc, an angle like that, and cruised right in front of us, and came to a stop. Just parked right there, and we're just sitting there, whoa, space shuttle, USA. And see, here we go. There's something similar to that. Here comes the bullet train coming by, and it was a lot like watching that.
Right.
And we watched that bad boy come by, and we were oblivious. We were stoned out of our minds. I was just a teenager, and it was more of the event of getting drunk with my buddies than seeing this very first space shuttle land.
Right.
But
it's funny what you appreciate 30 years after the fact, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And those images in my mind, especially the sonic boom, and watching it come in with those fighter jets. And finally, it just sat there on the dry lake bed for a long time. Must have been 40 minutes it sat there, I think. And finally, they opened it up, and the astronauts came down. And I was expecting, remember when we were kids, the astronauts from the moon would get put into a safe container. They didn't. They just go, And there you go. That's the first space shuttle. Here we go, the next generation space shuttle in a way.
Right.
Hey, but in fact, on that note, Japan is working on a next generation train, the maglev, right? When's that coming out?
I have no idea.
Awesome. Is that a plane or a train?
Both.
Because it's floating.
Is it?
It's
the magnets. Yeah,
it's levitated.
It
so is it flying or is that rolling? I don't know.
Well, it's not really. I don't know.
A lot faster than this guy. All right, I'm gonna eat my sandwich. Can you push the button?
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.